For more debates, updates, and bonus content, sign up at thebigconversation.show.
I was born and raised a Catholic, so from a devout Catholic family, went to Mass every Sunday, was sent to Catholic schools from the time I was 6 years old. And so, I took Catholicism pretty much for granted as a young man. I wasn't all that interested in religion as a kid. I was interested in sports. I liked to read, but I read books about baseball players and basketball players. And I wanted to be a baseball player. So the rest of my life as a kid was about sports. My Catholicism was sort of taken for granted as a background of my life. But a major, I say it now as a grace in my life, occurred when I was about 14. So I was my first year in high school, you say secondary school, and I went to a Catholic high school, and this young Dominican friar presented one of Aquinas' arguments for God's existence. Well, I didn't doubt God's existence. I wasn't like a modern rationalist wondering whether God exists. And I'm sure that presentation bored every kid in the room, but I don't know why to this day. I think it's kind of a grace. It just fascinated me that you could think about God in a more serious way. Mind you, too, I'm coming of age in the years right after Vatican II, which was, to say the least, not a high-water mark of Catholic education. So the schooling I got in Catholic school was what I call the banners and balloons Catholicism. It was a lot of making collages, a lot of personal experience, very low-level doctrinal presentation. So I never thought of religion as a serious topic. There was English and history and math and science were the serious topics, and then religion was like gym class or something. It was something we did in school, but it wasn't really intellectually serious. Well, that presentation in high school was the first time I came across something like an intellectually interesting presentation of the faith. Well, it lit a fire in me, and I went to the local library. I'm 14, and I don't know if you know Mortimer Adler's series of the great books. It's very popular in our country. And it's all the great thinkers of Western civilization. And there were 2 volumes on Aquinas. And so I saw those, I grabbed one, and I brought it home. And I didn't know what I was reading. I had no preparation whatsoever to read that sort of text. But it started a process in me that's never really stopped from that time. And it convinced me that it was worthwhile thinking about religion. And I think, as Alex just said, I quite agree with that if this is right, what this man is arguing, there's nothing more important. And that started me on a process. So I never really left the church or had questions about it, but this moment was a moment of deepening. And heck, it followed me my whole life. I got into eventually the priesthood, but then more specifically into study, doctoral work, and then my own teaching and writing. So it set me on a trajectory away from baseball and toward, the intellectual exploration of the faith. So that's kind of a quick version of my story.